Hello there, my friends. It's me, Kids Bowman, and welcome back to my channel. I am so glad to see you for joining me on this brand new video. So, I hope you all guys are looking forward to summer holidays this year. I can't believe it's getting really warm throughout the globe. I'm going to do another reading out for you guys for story time together. I'm going to do another Disney story for you guys. First of all, I'll show a book I've got. I've got Disney Planes. It was published by Disney World of Reading and Hachette edition. This book is based on 2013 Disney's Plane. So, some of you never heard of this film before. Some of you might have heard of it. Okay, so I have decided to have a go with reading this book through this page by words. You have came to the right place to join a story time with me. Are you ready to pay attention? Excellent. Okay, sit back, relax, and enjoy. Dottie was a crop dusting plane with a big dream to be the fastest racing plane and win the wins around the globe relay. Every day, Dottie practiced for qualifying race above his home in Propwash Junction, while his best buddy Chug coached him. Chug wanted skipper, an old Navy fighter, to help coach Dottie. Even though he's retired from flying, he can teach you more than I ever could, said Chug. But when Dottie paid Skipper a visit, the grumpy old warplane refused to be his trainer. So Dottie carried on training with Chug until it was time to go to the qualifying race for the relay. At the qualifying race, Dottie introduced himself to other competitors, but they made fun of him. They thought a crop dusting plane shouldn't be allowed to race. Dottie flew really well, but he came in sixth, and only the top 5 qualified for the relay. He was very disappointed. When he got home, Dottie decided to give up racing. The next day, a race official turned up with a wonderful news for Dottie. The 5th placed competitor has been disqualified, he explained. So you are now selected to take part in the wins around the globe relay. Dottie was very excited, but nervous too. Skipper finally agreed to take over as Dottie's coach, but he couldn't understand why his new student always flew so low. Dottie had to admit his secret: he was afraid of heights. Since Dottie wouldn't fly high, Skipper taught him how to race the shadow of a plane that passed over Propwash Junction every day. At last, after lots of practice, Dottie could beat it. Finally, it was time for the start of a relay in New York, and Dottie joined the other racers on pit row. But the 2 most famous champions, Bulldog and Whipslaner, were not very welcoming to the newcomer. Just then, El Chupacabra, the Mexican champion, landed on the runway. Dottie was thrilled to meet him, and the pair became instant friends. The first leg of the relay was over the Atlantic Ocean to Iceland. On the way, Dottie flew straight into the hailstone that the other competitors have avoided by flying high. he finished the race last, hours after everyone else. On the second leg to Germany, Dusty heard a radio message from Bulldog. He had an oil leak and was about to crash. Dusty helped Bulldog to land safely and finished last again. But as news of Dusty's bravery got round, he became a favourite with everyone except with Sliner, who was jealous of his rival's popularity. On the Shanghai to Mexico leg, one of the Whistler's gang broke off Dusty's antenna without it. The little plane soon flew off course, but luckily, two US Navy aircraft flew up and guided him back to their aircraft carrier for repairs. Dusty took off again for Mexico, but during the storm, he flew so low that a giant wave nearly swept him underwater. Dusty was badly damaged. He felt like giving up, but when the other competitors rallied round and brought Dusty all the parts he needed, he felt ready to race again. On the last leg of the relay, Whipslaner and his henchmen dived towards Dusty, trying to force him out of the race. Just then, Skipper appeared out of the clouds and saved Dusty. Dusty was even more determined to beat Whipslaner now. He forgot his fears and soared higher than he ever had before. Soon Dusty caught sight of Whipslaner speeding towards the finish line. Just when Whipslaner thought he had won a relay, Dusty swooped down and blasted past his rival. He was a winner. Dusty was grateful to all his friends, but especially to Skipper. Thanks to the old warplane, Dusty's impossible dream had come true. He had won the wins around the globe relay. Well, this is the end. I'd like to conclude this story about Disney's planes, about a plane named Dusty, a crop sweeping plane. He was dreamed to become a racing plane to win around the globe relay championship. So, we are also highly dedicated to a Walt Disney Company behind the magical arts of animation industry since a time of 1923. This is how when animation studios has been changed over the past 10 decades. So, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you're making suggestions, if you want to see another, read it out for you guys. Like, if you want to request about to read another Disney stories to see more. I hope you see you soon. Thank you so much for watching and enjoy your day.